everybody, welcome to my second writing video. Today we're going to be talking about the books that I'm using to research my novel, Project Red. If you have not seen my first writing video, I'll be linking it down below so you can get caught up with the process of what I've been up to this past year in regards to this novel. But in a quick summary, I've been working on Project Red for the past year and a half, and it is an urban folklore fantasy novel that is deeply rooted in Celtic mythology. So since it's rooted in mythology, that means that I had to do a lot of research to make sure the mythology that I incorporated within this book is very accurate. Because you guys know me, I love accuracy. So I wanted to share the books I've been using to research this book until I get to finally share with you what Project Red is about. So this will give you guys a little peek into the world of Project Red until I get to actually give you guys the full-on view. So with that being said, let's get into it. So in the past year, I've probably read around 20 books on Celtic mythology, and I have 10 of them here for you guys in today's video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I promise you it'll be more interesting than it sounds. And in another video that I'm going to be doing next, I'm going to be talking about the books that have helped me become a better writer. So that's something to look forward to. Okay guys, so the first book I have for you is a book that I came across by chance. I was at Barnes & Noble signing stock of my own book, ZENITH the Andromeda Saga, which is out in paperback today. So if you want to go grab yourself a copy, I'll be linking it down below. But I was there signing stock, not looking to buy any books, but then this book was sitting on the customer service counter, and I was like, maybe I want that. So I went up to one of the workers and I asked her if this book, Celtic Myth and Magic, was available for me to purchase. And she was like, actually the person who ordered it in never came to pick it up, so it is yours. So I snatched it away and I ended up devouring this book. It was such a good source to really get in-depth information about mythological creatures, goddesses, gods, saints, fairies, heroines, heroes, and all that fun stuff. Although I did not use all the information that I pulled from it, it definitely is great to have that kind of in the back of your mind just in case you want to go pull the information for it later on in the series. So that's why I take so many notes when I'm reading these kind of books, because you never know what you can use later on in either this series or another. Actually, because of this book, I have an idea for a completely different series, and I'm so freaking excited about it. I have like literally 4 book ideas right now that I want to write, but as of right now, I'm focusing on Project Red. The next book I adore, and I've read the complete entirety of it, and that is The Lore of Scotland, a guide to Scottish legends. And I really like this book because it breaks up Scottish legends in accordance to the regions where the legends stem from. So there's really great pictures within this novel, great information, maps, and everything is organized in a very understandable way, which I really enjoy. The next book I adore because unlike the previous 2 books, the authors of this novel take a different stance of mythology. Instead of talking about it in a fictional sense, they actually talk about it as if it were fact, and I love that. So let me read you guys a little bit of this book so you can understand how they phrase certain things in it. By the eve of the Reformation, the fairies were well and truly established in Scotland, acknowledged, accepted, and best avoided by people at all levels of society, who apparently took them quite seriously, save for a small group of intellectuals who hovered in court circles. So they actually talk about fairies and folklore as if they were fact, and I love that. It was a really refreshing read, especially after reading all these other books that pretty much talked about it in a fictional sense, which who knows what it is. Maybe fairies are real. Do you guys believe in fairies? Let me know down below. Next was the first book I used when I was researching Scottish mythology, because when you are going and researching a very broad topic, it's nice to be eased into it. And thankfully, one of you wonderful viewers gifted me this book, and it helped introduce me into the world of Celtic mythology in a very understandable and engaging way. And that book is Scottish Myths and Legends. I really love this because it gave a very beginner's take on the mythology of Scotland, and it led me into being very entranced by the legends, so much so that I ended up reading 19 more books about it. Next is a book that I got but never really pulled that much information from, but I think it's good to just, read as much as you can about mythology, even if you don't pull a lot from a certain text about it. And that is the Penguin Classic of Scottish Folk and Fairy Tales. This book is really good just to get a broad understanding of it, but I didn't really pull that much information from it, but that does not mean that it was a read wasted. The next 2 books I got just because I think that even though Project Red is based in Scotland, I like to know all about different types of Celtic mythology, like Welsh and Irish and Scottish. So these 2 books are about the Irish folklore that are underneath the umbrella term of Celtic mythology. The first one is another Penguin's classic, and that is Early Irish Myths and Sagas. I really enjoyed this book just because it gave me a understanding of Irish mythology, but then I wanted to know more about it, so I ended up getting this book, which is the Book of Fairy and Folktales of Ireland. This gave me a more in-depth look at the folk and fairy tales of Ireland, because if you look deep enough into Celtic mythology, you can see that the Irish, the Welsh, and the Scottish mythologies are kind of intertwined at their cores, and it's really fascinating to see it all. So I have done a lot of research for Project Red, because I think it's really important if you're doing a book based off of a certain mythology that you have a very detailed understanding of it. And even if you aren't using all the information within your novel, it's good to kind of have it in the back of your brain so you can pull it forward just in case you need to use it later on in the series, and also so you get to educate your readers in a very fun way that doesn't seem like they're learning stuff, but they really are. Kind of like what Rick Riordan does with his Percy Jackson series. It doesn't feel like you're learning Greek mythology, but you are, and you're learning a lot of it. So that's kind of what my goal is with Project Red, to kind of introduce people into Celtic mythology in a way that is really fun, because of course there are accuracies within my mythology that I incorporated into Project Red, but there's also creative liberties as well that make it really fun and engaging and steamy and just really cool, and I hope you guys get to enjoy it as much as I enjoyed researching for this book. Hey guys, I completely forgot to add in 2 more books that have been a huge help with Project Red, and I cannot believe I forgot these books. Okay, so I got these 2 books originally because they looked nice on my coffee table and they were Scottish books, so I was like totally on brand. And then when I actually started looking into them a little bit more, I was like, wow, these are actually really resourceful. So I ended up using them a lot for Project Red. So the first one is The Scottish World, which really is nothing about fairy and folk tales, but mostly about Scotland and its origins and its kings and queens and culture and its people and castles and all that fun stuff that is more on the historical side of Project Red. So this was definitely very helpful when it came to researching more of the historical aspects of the book. And then this book, which is probably one of my favorite books I own, is The Scottish Clans of the Highlands. And this helped me a lot when I had to research some of the clans for Project Red. I'm not going to give you guys too much information on it and why it has to do with Project Red, but this book is so cool. It has beautiful illustrations, great clan information, and it also has a wonderful map in it where it shows you which regions clans are from in Scotland. So it was definitely a very helpful book, and also just an epic book altogether. In my next writing video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how I outline my novels. As you guys know, I really like outlining. Oh my gosh, so many pages of outline just going everywhere. I currently have a 20-page synopsis for Project Red. As you guys know, I am definitely more of a plotter than a pantser, because when I first started outlining Project Red, I had a lot of trial and error to find the right way to outline this book, because there's not many resources online that teach you how to outline a novel. So I want to show you guys how I outline novels, because it may help a couple of you guys out there who are trying to figure out the right way to structure their novel. Don't forget to go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My username is @SashaAlsberg. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!